Are you having trouble planning a trip and trying to figure out how it fits in your budget? As a single mom, I always get asked how I can afford to take the trips that I do. My answer is always the same. I plan ahead. My name is Lisbeth, and today I'm going to give you 5 steps to help you start planning your next trip. Let's get started. Step number 1, determine your budget. Your budget doesn't have to be exact. Just determine about how much you can save a month, and then depending on how often you want to travel, you would add up the accumulated amount within those months to come up with the amount of money you can spend on that one trip. So if you can travel maybe once every 6 months, then you might be able to afford a bigger trip every 6 months. I myself like to make one big trip during the year and divide up the rest of my budget within the year for different smaller trips. Step number 2 is to determine the type of trip you can take within your budget. Based on the amount of money you can budget out to take trips, you can determine how often you can travel, how far you can travel, and how much you can actually spend on each trip you take. I like to keep a running list of places that I want to visit, both near and far, and based on the budget I have available, I can determine which place fits my budget the best, but it's still a place that I want to go visit. Now, a rule of thumb that I have is that the further away it is, the longer I want to stay, because I don't know when I'm going to get to go back to that place. Keep in mind that the longer you stay somewhere, more than likely the more expensive it is going to be. Step number 3 is to plan as far in advance as possible. The sooner you can start planning for a trip, the more time you have to research the time of the year you're going, how the prices look during that time, and also have more time to find deals on airfare and hotels. Step number 4 is to not only think about how you're going to get there and where you are going to stay, but also think about the things you are going to do while you are there. Now, I like making a long list of things I want to do, places I want to explore, or places I want to eat at before I go somewhere. I like doing my research and making sure that on my list I have different kinds of activities, both things that I will pay for and things that can be free or very inexpensive to do. Pinterest is a great source for this kind of stuff. This does mean that I have to sometimes roughly plan out my days that I'm there, but if I am planning to go to a specific museum or exhibition or somewhere that has an admission ticket, I can look around for somewhere that I can get it for a less expensive price. It also helps me budget out a little better because I already have a pretty good idea of what I'm going to be doing while I'm there and where I'm going to be spending my money at. And step number 5 is to remember that you can save on all aspects of your trip. The more time that you have to research what the average price is, the more time you will have to find a better deal for it. I always say that if you plan in advance, you should never pay full price for anything in a trip. So those are my 5 steps for planning a trip on a budget. Now, if you're into traveling and saving money while doing it, make sure you subscribe to my channel because next week I'm going to give you my top secret tips on how I save the most money while traveling. If you're traveling anywhere soon, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear it. As for myself, I am taking a very short trip to Austin. I am going to New Orleans at the end of September, which I've never been to before. And lastly, to round off the year, I'm taking my daughter for her 2nd birthday to Disney World. If you want to know how I save the most money traveling to Disney, let me know in the comments below too. I would love to make a video about that. Going to Disney and saving money while doing it is my thing. If you have any other questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the comments below. Like I said, don't forget to subscribe for more money saving tips and tricks on travel and other things in your life. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to y'all next time.